Hello everyone, welcome to another video. What this video is about? Who gives a slush? You know, last week I did a video all about people getting angry, specifically angry in public, and it was a subtle commentary on how, we as people generally love to consume angry content. You probably don't know about it though because it got demonetized. My favorite part about that is everyone who tells me, show the full clip. Oh man, I've seen videos on other channels that show way more. Show the clip. Still got demonetized, and you probably didn't see that video because YouTube can't make money off of it, so why the f would they show it to you? If you didn't see my video last week, there was a clip of this dude losing it on an airplane and then getting duct taped to the seat. That video was mind-blowing because I didn't know airline attendants had that type of control. I didn't know they were that freaky. Kind of made me rethink how I behave on an airplane. The next time I think about having a night out, maybe I'll just take a red-eye flight instead, and just when they turn the lights down low, they try to put everybody to sleep, I'll be the last guy up. I'll look the airline attendant right into their eyes and say, it'd be a shame if I lost my shit right now, wouldn't it? I know some of you saw that airline clip last week, and you are a vile person because you were watching that man lose his shit in the airplane seat and you were thinking, man, this would make a great TV show. We could just exploit all this anger, run some ads on it. This is a very long-winded way of saying the network A&E attempted to make a TV show out of found footage of people just raging on an airplane. The show is literally just this, but for old people. It's just some dude talking about other shit that happened. Look at this.
Every once in a while, we find a story that warms our hearts.
See, I'm not even 5 seconds into this, and I'm feeling weirdly competitive. I'm not about to let Robert, Bran Stark 40 years in the future out commentary me, okay? So don't be surprised if I try to get in on the conversation here, all right? I'm not gonna get cucked by Robert Hayes commentary on my commentary video. You see how meta this is getting? Okay, Robert, take it away.
That shows us that there is kindness to be found among people in our nation's airports. This is not that story.
Take this passenger who got seated next to an infant on a flight to Las Vegas and decided to assign herself a new seat without the airline's permission.
I didn't do anything wrong.
What do you guys think the pitch for this show was? Okay, have you seen ridiculousness? Imagine if we got rid of Chanel West Coast and instead we had Robert Hayes. Stay with me. And instead of quirky videos from the internet, it's just people getting angry on airplanes. You'll take it. Great.
I didn't do anything. What did I do? What did I do?
When she continues creating a disturbance and won't go back to her seat, she's ordered to deboard the plane, which she promptly refuses to do.
I'm not getting off this plane.
And what happened next took social media by storm.
Oh, you wanna tape me, make this viral?
You saw that, right? You saw that? Spit on a baby. It's so genius to take these and edit them like horror movie trailers. It makes them so intense. So intense. They're just missing a little zoom here, just a little push in, Editors kind of slacking. That's why me and Noah do this better than A&E and Robert Hayes, all right? You can remember the type of quality you get when you come to this commentary channel.
In a brief moment of clarity, the woman decides maybe it's best to get off the plane after all.
Okay, Robert. Robert's got jokes.
All y'all.
Don't. People bend over. Okay, people bend over. That's a natural function of human behavior, okay? Don't be weird.
But not before bestowing other passengers with some parting salutations.
All right. Tape this. Who's taping this? Who's taping this? All y'all. You. To get the I'm getting off the plane.
So much ass in this video. It's interesting to me when people snap in public and they issue phrases like, who's gonna make this go viral? You wanna make me go viral? Oh yeah, you're gonna post this on Instagram? I don't care. That's crazy for a couple reasons. One, they know what they're doing is bad, and it's kind of tough that they're like, go ahead and post this, I don't care. It kind of is. It's just a little bit, it's kind of hard to be like, yeah, I just spit on that baby. Put this on Facebook. But number two is it's also kind of assumptive. Yeah, you might be snapping in public and you might be doing something that most people wouldn't approve of, but let's not throw words like viral out there, okay? We don't even really know where your performance really stacks up. Are you going to get arrested? What else are you going to do besides spitting on that baby? We didn't really get a good angle of that. We don't even really know what you hit. You might have just spit and it could have hit the back of the chair. This could be A&E selling us a movie here, and that never happens. So, okay, let's calm down before we start saying stuff like that. This is your first public freak out, okay? You're not going to blow up the first time you do it. Or in her case, you do. You know, you just never know.
Don't touch my I'll get off the plane. Get my off the underthing.
See, she's not even being arrested. She's voluntarily leaving the plane. That's automatically engagement down, you know. We all would have clicked off by now if it wasn't for Robert Hayes or me giving the better commentary.
After leaving the plane, the woman actually tried sneaking
back on,
striking an airline worker in the
head
in the process.
Broward
County deputies promptly arrested.
Let's watch this clip real quick, real fast. It's titled, "Child Screams and Whines for Entire 8-Hour Flight."
You know those noise-canceling headphones you bring on planes?
I do, Robert, I do. I have those as well. Tell me more.
Go get them. Really.
That was good. I think I could do that better, though. You know those noise-canceling headphones you bring on planes? Go get them. Really? Yeah, nailed that. Robert Hayes. More like Robert Hayes, no job.
On an 8-hour flight from Germany to New Jersey, passengers endure a 3-year-old child expressing his dislike for, well, everything.
Well, everything.
His mom can be heard trying to...
Noah, put me over Robert. I'm not letting this fucker out commentary me.
All right.
You understand?
Yeah.
His
Mom can be heard trying to quiet things down by asking for Wi-Fi access even before takeoff. Because the mom wants the Wi-Fi to calm the kid down. Yeah. Don't worry, Robert, I got it from here.
All around them.
All around them.
Full of unsettled passengers.
They're full of unsettled passengers. I think we got it. I think we got Robert out of here. We don't need to go too much further into the clip. I just had to establish who the superior commentator was. Now, here's the most interesting thing to me. This isn't the first time A&E has tried to make a TV show out of the airport, which kind of brings me back to what I was saying earlier. You know, a producer watching clips of people freaking out on an airline thinking, oh, we can make this into a TV show. That's how they used to think back in the day. There was a dude probably who took a flight, who worked in Hollywood and was watching two people just go at it. And he's like, why don't we just put cameras in here? There's no way to retell these stories. That person just spit on a baby. Or man's shorts are too short for flight. They shot this in 2004, which means they hired a couple people to run around an airport with big ass cameras. You know, camera in 2004. I mean, cameras now are still relatively big, but you know, technology back then, things were a little bit larger. Plus now we're used to people walking around with cameras. Can you imagine a dude back in the early 2000s wearing his members only jacket from high school, running around with a look like a overgrown VCR, just jogging down a terminal, chasing some crazy person, all while wearing khakis? That'd be some shit.
At LAX, Yolanda has been called to gate 5 following reports of a passenger's rather strange display.
Are you sure that he doesn't have any at all on, or is it?
I was told that his genitals were exposed, so I'm here and...
Now, because of copyright, I'm going to have to go ahead and step in here and offer some commentary. So why don't you step aside, Robert, and let me take care of this, okay? At LAX, Terminal 5 is heating up. Yolanda has been called over to collect a pair of balls, and they don't belong to a sports team. Yolanda is not sure which man at the terminal has his balls out. They're so small, she'll have to call on each of the waiting passengers to stand up and reveal if their nuts fall out of their shorts. Yolanda approaches the man and asks him, "Can you come with me?"
Sir, can you come with me? I just need to ask you a question.
He looks at her and says, "Well, I can come anywhere." The man is flabbergasted as Yolanda motions to have a private conversation with him. Little does he know his sports equipment is getting checked in.
Exposing a little bit of his private parts, and they said he kind of had his legs open, just not really caring.
Holy f***. That guy's shorts are really short. The man's genitals are so impressive, he manages to divert the attention of white women from their reading material to his balls. After further investigation, Yolanda realizes the man is wearing a kilt of some sort, a very short one. Yolanda inquires, "Do you have shorts underneath?" There are passengers around that say you do not. He lets out a villainous laugh and proclaims, "That is simply not true. With equipment this large, you can't go too far without some kind of protection." And just like that, stalemate. Yolanda does not have enough information to implement some kind of corrective action. Without any options, Yolanda contacts her manager, trying to figure out a plan of action when suddenly, terror strikes.
Fits this unique situation.
Okay, so just tell him that he needs to put something else on if he wants to travel. Oh, where did he go?
He's vanished. Look at this. Look how shitty airports were back in the day. It's just McDonald's, books, and playing Tetris on your phone. That's all you could do. Maybe not even Tetris, probably Snake. Okay, I'm joking, but this is the very weird part of the show. Watch this. So she's asking him to put some stuff on, and then he's going to look to camera like, what the f is going on? Which makes me think it's got to be a camera dude and a sound guy at least. And just because Hollywood is so shitty, probably a producer there too, probably just egging it on. Zoom in on his legs if you can. Yeah, that's great. That'd be great. Awesome. This man is just walking around in an airport with a skirt, and because it was the early 2000s, there weren't phones and stuff like that, he probably thought, I might be able to get away with this. Might be able to go commando. You know, who knows? Maybe he was trying to expedite his experience at TSA by just having it all hang out. But now he's on camera. I think this highlights a shift in our culture, you know, but back then to be filmed was like, yo, what the fuck? Now everyone goes out in public and there's an expectation. You can and probably will be filmed if you act in a certain way. You'll even see now when people do pranks or whatever in public, you know, people will call them out. Oh, you doing this for Facebook? You doing this for YouTube? You know, there's just this general expectation or understanding that the public is kind of like free material, I guess.
Sir, do you want to just take a minute and change?
Why am I being harassed?
Well, it's not an issue of harassment, sir. There are a couple of... Sorry.
Look how... You see how wildly uncomfortable he is? He's like, what is this, bro? Why are all these cameras just pointed at me? Even look at the dude right here. By the way, sick Element t-shirt. That is vintage Element. Shit is dope. I love how as he's backing away, you know, she walks closer. She's like, oh, sorry. And she's kind of approaching him. And some part of me thinks that the sound guy was like, hey, when you start chatting with these people, these mics, they don't get very, so if you could just get as close as possible so we can get some of the dialogue, that'd be great. Now this video takes a turn when he tells them, yo, this is strange. Like, you're straight up harassing me. Because again, he has no idea what this camera or what any of this is for. He then goes and he slides his hand down and he exposes his underwear. He says, is this what I have to do to get you guys off my ass? I have underwear on. You need to f off. This goes on for another 2 minutes, but it's edited, so it probably went on for another 10 or 20 in reality. And the whole exchange probably took, who knows, 30 minutes. And the fact that there was a producer behind this, well, you could probably assume that it was like reality TV. And every time this woman, Yolanda, went to talk to this person, they're probably egging her on. Hey, for the show, you kind of gotta push it. You gotta do, you know, X, Y, Z. You gotta get him to say something. Bizarre exchange, and they have a bunch of episodes of this. A bunch of might be, maybe that's an exaggeration. I don't know numerically what qualifies as a bunch, but there's like 6 or 7 here, and that's at least half a season, right? I don't imagine this person ever signed off on a talent release, you know, for this to go to TV. And I don't think all the people in the background did either, because no one's faces are blurred. So it makes me wonder if they just kind of put up some signs and said, you may be filmed if you enter this area. So I bring this up today to say, isn't it kind of weird that only 15 years ago, if you film someone, they might have been offended, upset, confused, because they don't understand why you're putting this camera on them. But if you put a camera on someone today, the most they'll say is, oh, did you just film me spit on that baby? Oh, you're going to post that on Facebook? Go ahead. Make me go viral.
Hey, shit's play, man, I had to switch it up. Yeah, might lose a few, ask me if I give a fuck.